Hey, good morning. We're on day 5 in our series of understanding and improving fulfillment. I am Ty Young, your visionary life coach for 624 Visionaries, and I am the coach for action takers. And one of the main things that I do is help you understand how to get fulfilled in your life. So today what we're talking about is navigating professional relationships, especially for my women in business and then who are in leadership, who are looking, if you're in leadership and looking to climb higher and go higher in your career, and even in your business, navigating those professional relationships is pivotal to our success. We need them. We can't get anywhere without having professional relationships. Why? Because we need to be invited to the table. We need to be invited to the platforms. We need to be invited to the main stage. We need to be invited to grow, right? So when we're navigating these relationships, these professional relationships, they're definitely completely different from the personal relationships. Now, personal and professional relationships can, they can play, you can have people who play that dual role in your life, but I'm specifically talking about professional relationships that just kind of move us forward and move us along in our careers and things of that nature. And just having those relationships that, somebody who knows your name, right? Somebody who can call you up and say, hey, I have this opportunity for you and I want to invite you to the stage, or I want to invite you to a new platform. And I'll give you two examples of what that looks like. Okay. So I had a colleague that I worked with before at another development that I worked for, another company that I worked for. And in my season of not of taking off and taking some time off from the property management world, she ended up being in another company. And that company was like, hey, we need, that company had a opening for a position. Now, while I wasn't personally trying to get the position, didn't know the position was available, didn't actually say that I was looking for the position, she thought that I was a good fit for it because we had a personal working relationship before. We worked together before. We she understood my work ethic. She understood who I was and what I can do and what I was capable of doing. So she said, hey, maybe reach out to this person and see if this person is looking or willing to, jump into this position. And because I navigated that professional relationship, so get out of your mind that when you're in professional relationships that you're afraid that people think that you're going to use them, or thinking that you only want to be connected to them to get something out of it. But that's the point. If they're not a hater and they're willing to help you, and like they understand who they are, like if as a woman in position, as a woman that has influence, it should be known that people want to connect with me. So first we want to connect authentically. We want to connect genuinely. I know this person is not my best friend. I know this person is not like, I don't use the term sis. Like, that's just not how I am, because I understand people have certain roles in your life. I do have professional friends, professional people in my life, other colleagues or other entrepreneurial associates or friends and or whatever, that I understand, like, we have a professional connection, but then we also may have a more private personal connection, and that's cool. But I understand who they are to me. I get that. So if they're not a hater, they're not going to be uncomfortable with inviting me to the table, or inviting me to their platform, or inviting me to do things for them, or inviting me to be considered for certain positions and things of that nature. They're not going to be uncomfortable. So understand that when you are connecting with people professionally, an emotionally intelligent individual who understands who they are as a person that has a certain level of influence, they understand what the relationship is about. They get it. Just make sure that you respect the relationship and respect the call and respect what it is, so that when there is something that comes up, you can be the first person that they think about, because number one, you handled yourself with integrity. Number one, you showed up and you always showed up and excellent. And then also that you're moving forward. I want to be transparent because that's just how I am, right? And I'm going to be transparent. I have a really good friend. She has a good conference that she has every year. She started about, I think this will be her third or fourth year. I don't know exactly how many years it has been. And I want to be invited to her table for this conference, right? But if I have to be honest with myself, I know her not inviting me to the table is not any representation or any what's the word that I want to use? I know that it has nothing to do with our friendship, or I know it has nothing to do with her thinking less of me as a businesswoman or as a professional, because I know she thinks very, 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 very highly of me, right? But I do also acknowledge that because of previous years of lack of consistency, and with what my business has been going through a transformation, and my business has been going through a few changes. So right now I am not very solidified in what I have been presenting until now, right? Because I've been trying to navigate what that is in my career. Right now I'm clear, and now I'm working on myself so that hopefully I can make a big enough impact that maybe possibly next year, when she does start looking for speakers for her event, that I could be considered. However, I'm saying all that to say I understand why I haven't been invited to the table, because when she invites somebody, she wants somebody who has something not just to offer, because even right now in the state that I am, I have something to offer. However, with that, she wants she needs it to be a little bit more, and I understand that and I respect that with the professional relationship. So some of us have to get very honest with ourselves, right? Some of us have to learn to be very clear. And this is just the type of insights and the type of things that I do when it comes to coaching my clients. Because if you came to me and say you presented the same thing that I just told you about this other person, and you were just all in your mind, I don't understand. That's, we cool and we've done XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Why haven't she invited me to be on her platform or her program and things of that nature? I will ask you a level of certain questions. What are you presenting? What have you done? What have you solidified? Have you shown a level of consistency that gives her or them confidence that you're ready? Right? Are you ready? Are you really ready for that level of exposure, for you to be on their platform and then people begin to seek out to you? Because at the end of the day, she's inviting people to the platform because she feels that they have something to offer and they're ready, and they're set to begin to receive. So as she gives them the opportunity to present themselves to a larger audience, do they have something to offer that audience after the event is over? Okay. So when you're navigating your professional relationships, it's a two-way street. Okay. You got to really think about those things. Okay. So I'm telling y'all need to get ready for me. I'm ready for y'all. I did my work. I did my work. Get ready. So where are you? Okay. So if you're at this stage where you need a little bit more self-motivation and you need to master self-motivation, then it's time for you to go ahead and register for the free webinar about unlocking your potential, and get in on that webinar. If you're ready for a visionary ignition call and you're ready to get the ball to start rolling, then you need to be scheduling your visionary ignition call today. Before 10 o'clock, I need to see about 7 people, because I know 7 of y'all, more than 7 of y'all, but I know of all of you all who watched this, I said something that really pierced you. And don't stay in your feelings or whatever. Just go ahead and schedule your visionary ignition call, right? So tomorrow, we're going to talk about achieving your life goals. We're going to really get get into that because that's one of my favorite topics as well. So I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon and talk to you all